Here we are, last hour of week 29 Lost Initiative. Sam, you are perfectly in your spot. You're good. Cool.
Good job. Well done.
So Thonk heroically botched in a panic his explanation to Rai what he's trying to do, what he wants to do, and because everything is at the cusp of happening, and Rai showing up. For some reason, Rai's the good guy in the party, and it freaks him out. But he also doesn't want her getting caught up in the fight, so he tried to just be blunt, and in proper Thonk fashion, he fucked it up. So Rai went off to do her thing, Grommen followed, and Otto shortly thereafter. Thonk stays at a table, smacking himself in the face, being like, you need to be better than that.
Stupid!
Yeah,
Stupid!
exactly.
Stupid! What's the matter with you? Hey! Oh. Get a cannoli.
So, where do you shift to them, Scott? Go for it. What is Rai about to do?
I imagine Rai is able to get all the way outside, downstairs, across the bar, out the door, and starting to stomp off towards wherever it is she's going to with determination. Before Grommen, who's really fucking fast, Grommen was really fucking fast with his 80-foot tall legs. He drank 2 potions and got his legs big, and then was like on stilts chasing after her. No. So his really long legs is easily able to make stride and catch up with Rai as she stomps away. Otto, who I guess intends to join, is going to be coming way later.
Yeah.
But Grommen easily makes catch up to Rai right outside the inn. Rai, wherever you're heading off to. Grommen, feel free to say something to get Rai's attention.
Grommen just put like all his food in his mouth, so he's still trying to chew it, and he's like, Rai, and like food's like coming out of his mouth when he's saying her name.
It's me on the norm.
Rai just kind of like spins around with her hands on her hips, and like tilts her head. Yeah.
Wait, you know, Thonk. He doesn't know how to talk nice sometimes.
There isn't really a nice way to say I'm trying to kill everybody in the town. Ramen?
Are people listening?
Yep, people totally like they don't stop, but totally like a as they continue walking by.
Oh, she joking. He like goes over there and he's like, he like puts his arm around her and he's like, well, let's go talk, but don't say that out loud.
She just like nods, dejected, and then like, yeah. Are we going to like a different bar?
There's
Whatever.
you guys have a whole planet. You can go walk into the woods. You can go over here. Let's go to a bar.
Yeah.
We just walk. We don't have to necessarily.
All right, we can just walk.
Bar.
We just walk.
Whoa! I didn't mean to stop you from going to a bar.
You got rid of the booze. We're walking.
Damn it!
I just want to go talk about anyway. She's fucking hungover like crazy.
Well, the hair of the dog that bit you.
It
Right, Wolfie?
is the morning. I mean, not that would stop Grommen. So I'm guessing Rai's just gonna talk and Grommen's gonna listen. You know, be a good listener while she vents.
Lost initiative, edge and resources. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I guess we're walking along and Rai's just like turns around. She's like, "Did you know about this?"
No. Well, something, but not what they're talking about.
He's trying to kill all the people and all the orcs.
But why?
Because he stunk. I should have known better.
He's what? Oh,
Stunk.
True. He does
It
like
makes me so
battle.
mad. She kicks a rock.
But sometimes good things come out of battle. Maybe he had good reason.
If he has a good reason, I've yet to see it.
You remember the Battle of Black Hill? We fight for good reason. We fight to help people.
Yeah, definitely. Everything's good over there.
Maybe not the best example.
Rylac doesn't bring that up, but she kind of like points back at the town. She's like, "This is different. He was like real urgent. Like he needs everyone to die."
Gotta mute my mic.
You're right, though. He did say that.
If he thinks I'm not gonna help people, fuck Thunk.
Well, how are you gonna help people?
Well, I'm not gonna let little kids get killed.
Oh, I don't think about that. How we save them? And he like looks at you.
We need like a safe house. Somewhere we can
Grumman?
take them and protect them.
Does Grumman know of a safe house? I mean, he's been walking around the woods and like talking, looking at, learning about the birds and following them as they eat weird stuff. Has he seen anything that could be used as a safe house, Scott?
Honestly, probably the best place for you guys to use as a safe house, depending on how loud or quiet you want to be about this, is in fact that speakeasy. It is a large place. It is well secured. All the guards know about it. And there's decent supplies down there. That is probably the best place off the top of your head. You could scout out for like a warehouse or something like that else if you wanted to, but it's in a safe place. It is a large area.
Grumman is thinking strategically, and out of all the buildings that he's seen, he's definitely been to that one a lot. And he's like, oh, and he puts his hand on Rye's shoulder. I know the perfect place.
And Rye just kind of like nods. Okay. Well then, we have to tell people.
What do we tell them? Do we
If
tell
there's any
them?
trouble, they go to the speakeasy.
Okay. So what do? We make flyer, we post on board, what we tell everyone?
Yeah,
Or we
I'll make some flyers. Unless you know anyone we could talk to.
Well, I know lots of guards from city. Maybe we warn them.
Yeah, we could tell the guards.
But let's no say Thonk involved.
Okay. I guess that would get us in trouble.
Yeah. they
Indirectly.
probably did something wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Follow me. I know where guard hang out. And
Okay.
Grumman like takes her to. Well, I guess where are they normally hanging out at this time? I think like some of them are guarding the walls.
Yep.
And those
Yep.
who are off duty, where would they normally be?
The off-duty guards almost never go to the other bars and whatnot. They very rarely do because they don't want to like mix and mingle and say inappropriate things and whatnot. They actually try to maintain a certain level of professionalism as mandated by Talik. So they actually hang out with the speakeasy when they're not
Okay.
doing guard duties or with their families or shopping.
I guess we go to the
being
speakeasy
people.
then.
Yeah. Okay.
Grumman's like, it's the same place that I think is very safe. They always have guard there, and no one even know of it. Which might be hard for them to know where to go when it
Well,
happens.
you do know that it happens to be underneath another building. Like there is a store or whatever that's overhead.
Oh, so we can tell people to go to that store.
Yeah. So it is a known location. This is just the basement, because it's like one of the guards' wives runs a shop that's overhead, and so all of them use this facility down below. It's kind of like it started off as like Fred was inviting Mo, Larry, and Curly over for beers, and then they eventually invited like Steve and Bob, and then it just kind of like evolved over the years to become the place. Maybe a generation ago, maybe 5 years ago, whatever. So, anyways,
I'm just thinking about the meta of this because Grumman doesn't know this, but Grumman's gonna get a bunch of orcs killed. That's pretty much what's gonna happen here.
oh man. So you're saying for some reason, as Grumman's walking, he just gets this strange gut instinct that something bad's gonna happen.
I mean,
It's kinda
Rye just told you that all the orcs gonna die.
Yeah.
Right? Did just say those exact words?
Yeah, literally those exact words. He wants
Yeah.
to kill
Roman
all the
says,
orcs and all
like-
the people.
Grumman starts feeling woozy as they're walking there.
Moment of conscience. All of a sudden, Grumman gets headache. Oh, voice in head talking. Me no like. It's like Jiminy Cricket trying to come out. And
Well,
Jiminy Cricket is also dumb. Like, oh, Grumman here. I'm trying to help you.
I'm Grumman Conscience. You'll be good. We'd be happy.
When you wish upon a rock. Wait.
Oh, what?
That's perfect.
What? Building is the speakeasy underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like I said, it's a large shop, so it's kind of like a general wear shop. So the building itself is actually quite large, which is why it has such a big foundation to it that they use. Again, whatever the building was in its original construction, who knows? This is what it's used for now. And the entrance to it, it doesn't have an entrance from the inside. It has to be entered from going around back, much like that solo thing we did like 9 months ago, Sam. It has an entrance that can only be entered by going around back and opening up like a bulkhead.
Cellar doors kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how you go to get into it. You guys make your way over to that location, Maggie?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you want to
just
go
like-
into the shop overhead or the around back?
We'll go around back.
Okay. Now it is daytime right now, so whether or not people are there, you have no clue. But you make your way around back and you make it very obvious, like this is where I was referring to, and Rye's like, okay, this is the place.
Rye like shakes her head and she's like, I have an idea. Come with me. And she like leads Gromit back round to the actual front of the store,
Mm-hmm.
She
and then
follows him
and then
pretty
goes in.
Okay. When you guys walk into the store, you see that, like I said, it's like a general wear shop. There's a whole bunch of like this, that, and the other thing that's inside here. There are a few people that are around and shopping. One of them happens to be a guard who's like kind of leaning on the counter and having a conversation with the woman that's behind the counter. What's it, Maggie? Gromit knows that the woman behind the counter, who you've never actually met her before, but clearly from like the way she's dressed and how comfortable she seems to be in her place, that's probably Llewellyn, who is the woman that runs the shop. And after kind of like making your way around and looking and seeing things, eventually you are able to see that that's Carl. Carl is Llewellyn's husband. He is the guard that whose wife, blah, blah, blah. So you see them here, as well as a few people that are like kind of meandering about and shopping. The two of you come walking in. Do you try to be discreet in the least bit, you two, or are you just walking in and walking around?
Pretty discreet.
Okay.
Rye kind of like pulls the hood up. She doesn't want to draw attention to tiefling stuff.
Okay. And what about you, Gromit?
If Rye's being discreet, because Rye was like, follow him, or follow her, so Gromit's going to kind of do what she does. He's done this before.
Okay. So you guys go walking in, both of you, hoods over your head. And so very quickly, you're able to see that while they're having the conversation, you guys go walking in with the hoods over your head. And eventually, like Llewellyn kind of like gestures like a head nod over towards you guys while maintaining the conversation. And he tosses a sideways glance over to you as well. This is Carl. And he notices it. They're continuing the conversation as of right now. You guys are going about the shop doing what?
Rye's like just like looking for like some cheap thing to buy.
Okay.
It's like of no importance whatsoever. She's just kind of like looking around at trinkets.
She happens to find her favorite rations for some reason over here. It's a general shop, but they have some Showtown type of rations over here. So wherever they got them in from, you see like noodles with like a seasoning packet. Just add hot water.
Okay.
It's Gromit noodles.
Rye like motions for Gromit to like stay near the entrance.
Okay.
Gromit like looks at her and looks at the entrance and like stands near the entrance and like picks up like a thing and puts it back and picks up another thing and puts it back while he's like watching her.
So you guys are having this somewhat suspicious behavior. Eventually, Carl kind of like pushes himself off of the counter and starts making himself over to the very large figure with the hood pulled over his head, standing over all the shelves. Starts making his way over to him. Please.
Right takes this opportunity to expertly, as he is pulled to Gromit and she goes up to pay for her rations. So it's just her and the shopkeeper.
Perfect. So you're making your way over to the shopkeeper. Do me a favor, because of the way you have set it up and everything, I will actually give you advantage on it, but why don't you roll for me your stealth check?
Okay. Ooh.
Okay, you make your way over to the shopkeeper, trying to be as discreet as possible. The guy comes walking over to you, is like, "Hey there, who are you? What's going on with and he's kind of like gesturing up as you hood. He's like, who are you? What's going on? What's this?
Ramen holds out the thing, one of the things that he pulls out, and then he like puts down his cloak, and he's like, "Oh, hey, Carl."
Gromit! Oh, hey, how are you doing? What are you? I've never seen you up here before. I've never seen you during the day before.
He puts back over the hood, and then he's like, "I'm trying to find thing."
Is it a gift
And he like
for
points
someone?
down at like the trinket that he's like looking at.
Okay. He's kind of like caught. Like, do I help you? Like, I don't. This isn't my thing. And he kind of takes a couple of steps forward. He's like, "What is it you're trying to buy? Don't even worry about it. You get. Oh, go ahead.
I think she like shadowy thing.
I don't know what that means. He actually is kind of like looking around at things around him, like totally perplexed.
It's just like food and stuff.
I don't know what that means. Shadowy, like an umbrella?
Oh, maybe. Does it rain a lot? No. No umbrella would no. Maybe. And he puts back the trinket and he's like, "You have umbrella?"
Well, my wife collects Shao things because she likes like that kind of weird stuff.
Maybe that.
So there's like a Shao umbrella that you use to like for shade.
Oh, show me.
He walks over to literally right over next to the rations where what's the name? Rye just was. And while you guys are going over to that, Rye, you go approaching the counter.
Yep.
Oh, hello, she says, looking at you, and then kind of like looking over your shoulder as you approach with your cloak on, looking over your shoulder back at like her husband having a conversation with the other person, is a little bit reassured by the fact that she sees the hood go up and sees that it's Gromit and that he seems to be reacting very well to it, but still kind of like looks back at you and over your shoulder one more time. How can I help you?
She just like slides the rations on the table. She's like shorter than the woman, and you can tell that like she's coming off as quite shy, like Rye. She's just kind of like slides the rations over.
Okay. Oh, just this?
She nods.
Just gonna be 7 silver.
And she's getting the silver, and as she's picking up the silver, she kind of like looks up and she's like, "Can you do me a favor?"
Yes. She says, once again looking over your shoulder.
And she like slides the silver on the counter. She's like, do a lot of people come here?
Yeah, we are a relatively busy shop, and this time her eyes kind of like quickly dart to like where it is she clearly like tenders the money to.
She kind of leans in and like suddenly gets really serious.
She leans back a little.
And she says, "I can't tell you how I know this or why I know this, but I need you to tell people that if they get in trouble, they need to come here to the speakeasy below the store. Okay?"
How do you know about what kind of trouble?
The bad kind.
Maybe you should speak to my husband.
No, I need you. I need you to tell the people that come in the store.
Oh, fuck you, Scott.
Okay. The people that come in the store, tell them to, if they're in trouble, head to the speakeasy down below. How do you know about that? That's not really known. And if I tell people that, then they will.
I tell them to come here then, and then we'll direct them downstairs. It doesn't matter.
What's going to happen?
I don't know yet, but it's not good.
Who are you?
I can't tell you.
She kind of like looks over your shoulder again, sees that her husband's much closer now, kind of like looking at umbrellas, and Grauman's like got one and like twirling it over there, and she's like, yeah, I'll do that. Did you need anything else?
She like shakes her head and reaches for the rations.
Okay. Thank you for the warning.
Rye kind of like nods, and she's like walking backwards, but still looking at her. And then she turns around and like bumps into the soldier, I guess. And it's like, oh, excuse me, and just like walks around to Grumman.
Okay. And do you walk around them and leave, or do you walk around to be with Grumman?
Rye just like grabs Grumman's forearm and just like pulls him out the store.
Oh, is that it then?
Grumman's
Says to
like,
Grumman.
I guess he hands Carl back the umbrella. I'll be back, and he follows her.
You quickly notice that she waves her husband over as you guys are leaving the place, like clearly to have a conversation with him, and you guys leave. Roll me a insight check, please, Sam. Okay. So sadly you procure nothing with that, but so you guys do leave together. You and Grauman do. What do you guys head to, or is it kind of just like fast forward from here? Oh, Otto would eventually try to find you guys, but Otto, do me a favor to find them. Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, I figured it might be a little too late, huh?
It takes you a long while to find them. You're going to find them maybe even an hour after this transpires. Where do you guys go afterwards?
After she pulls me out, Grauman's like, "Hey, I was gonna buy something. What happened?"
Oh, don't worry. I think I did something that would help.
Oh, okay. What did you do?
I told the woman at the store to tell the people that come into the store that when they get in trouble, to go to the store.
Do you think she listened to you? I think she'd tell Carl. And
Oh,
Carl
no.
probably no believe you. Because Carl no know you.
Well, I can't say I didn't try.
Well, now he's gonna try find you.
Oh, good luck. I'm sneaky.
That's fine.
I mean, yeah.
Well, if he wants some verification, then we can tell him again.
Okay.
Just point him to Thunk. No, so
Thunk's
where do you guys
leaving?
where do you guys go?
Back to the tavern, I guess.
You eventually finds them where it was that you had originally left them, or they originally left you. Like eventually, you just kind of give up, and you're like, "Oh, fucking fine, I'm Are you kidding me? You were here." You're walking in, and you see them.
Where have you two been?
Well, we went to store. I talked to store lady. Oh, I talked to Carl. He seemed nice. He tried to help me find umbrella, but then Rye make me leave, and then we come back here.
You went to the store? What store? Looking at Rye.
Is it the store of a name? Scott?
Llewellyn's lineup. This.
Yeah. Rye's like, she like thumbs, and she's like, yeah, the big Llewellyn's place up the street. They have my favorite. And she holds up the rations.
Oh, Otto is studying this response. So, just getting some food, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Girls gotta eat.
Yeah. Sure. Looking back at Grumman. Was fun?
Well, I didn't. Like I said, I was gonna buy something, but then Rye make me leave. And
Yeah.
then-
What'd you talk to her about?
Who?
The Leona.
My rations.
You may. Okay. That I really have no reason to suspect anything, so I'm just gonna sit down and get right to the point. Look, I know Thunk put things in a pretty grim perspective earlier. I know it sounds terrible, and it is. It is terrible. But something tells me this is what needs to happen. He's kind of got like a bit of a pleading look in his eyes as he looks back up at Rye when he says this. Like, please understand I don't want a lot of people to die either, but there's maybe more to it.
Ramen like nudges Rye and he's like, see, maybe he have good reason. I try to tell Rye, maybe there a reason that he think this have to happen.
Oh, I'm sure there's a reason. She says, like, and then, like, matter of factly is like, and I'm sure it's entirely selfish. And I'm not gonna let, like, kids and mums and dads get killed. So the gods can fight all they want.
You're not
That's
going
right.
to do anything, are you?
You're atheist as hell.
He says to Ray, you're not going to do anything, are you?
Like what?
Well,
Help people?
Otto
do you
is very, Otto is very conflicted. I just think we should let him do this one. You know, like, listen, someone came to me, and there's powers, it seems, at play in these parts that we don't understand. And I know I shouldn't say that to someone who just came here from the shadow plane, but damn it, I don't know what he's doing, but something tells me I should let him do it.
Who came to see you?
Oh,
Yeah, you kind of glossed over that.
the friend. Yeah, you remember. He was at the bar. He was watching my performances.
You mean the pretty person?
Well, he's not a person, I guess. I don't really know what he is, but
You mean he no person? He looked like person.
he did, didn't he? Said he wasn't, though. Said he was not a mortal, I think. And told
You
me about...
No proof?
Now that you mention it, yeah, I did just sort of take his word for it.
Next time you drunk, Otto, I tell you I'm not person.
Oh, yeah. I'll have an easier time believing that. Anyway, look, right? The point is, sometimes we just gotta trust each other. We've been through a lot. I think he's earned that, don't you?
Rye just like shakes her head. She's like, you? Sure. Grumman? Absolutely. Thunk? Nuh-uh.
Why you no trust Thunk?
Why do you trust Thunk?
Because
Both of you.
He cares about us.
he
Otto
healed me.
interjects.
I'm gone for 6 months and you're gonna let him kill everyone in the town? What happened to you, Otto?
I'm not. I'm having such a hard time even justifying this to myself at this point.
Then don't.
Welcome to character
Nope.
growth, man.
Yeah. This your character is literally having a he's on the edge of morality.
God damn it! We can't do it every
On
shot.
the edge of morality.
You know, it's you do you, man.
Yeah.
Thunk's been playing your fiddle for a little while and it felt
Mhm.
good, but now you do you.
We have our good angel and our evil devil on the other side, and it's like this.
He
So
told,
one has horns, the other has tusks.
he told me he cares about us. He
I
says,
didn't doubt
kind of
that for a second.
Thunk
It's everyone else
said that.
I'm concerned about.
When Grumman says that, he nods to him.
Well, Otto, what do you know?
I know. He's at this point. He's like, yeah, all right. I just gotta tell him. He's orchestrating something. He's trying to.
Like making music?
Like no
She knows the word orchestrate?
That's impressive, right? Yeah, I was
Whoa!
gonna say, wow, with the high
Well, he's
vocabulary.
been hanging out with Otto a lot. Otto's been talking about all kinds of music things.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
He then goes into great detail at this point, deciding that there's no point in keeping her in the dark anymore. He begins to elaborate about the plot. He begins to talk to her about his meeting with Captain of the Guard, Talik, and what they discussed, the kill box and all that. And I guess we should, well, you know, out of character, Sam, you're familiar with all of that shit, more or less, right? What we said at the start, the recap stuff. Like,
Yeah, I don't know what the kill box is, but the rest of it, yeah.
None of
okay.
them do actually. Only Thonk has seen it thus far.
Okay, so yeah, I then tell them about like we're planning to lure them into this off-site vein that they found, and there's this elaborate plot involved. So
Done.
But why? Why they want them to fight?
that's where I just trust Thonk, I guess.
So you will also be able to give to them the feeling that Talik, he is wary of the orcs, but he's not willing to swing his sword at just
Right.
any meat bag that comes in front of him. He
Mhm.
wants to confirm that they are a danger before he resolves the issue. He's hoping that maybe the money found there will satiate their desires and that
Right.
peace can last. So he is willing to kill them, but doesn't want to unless it's necessary. He seems like a good man. The orcs, you don't know anything. You had zero interaction with them whatsoever. You just know that Thonk says they're ready and raring. They're primed and ready to go. Let's get her done. Get her done.
So the details again once more, and I'm just sort of sitting there. As we talk more and more, I think Otto is starting to listen a bit more to the angel on his shoulder, and is really thinking about what he wants to actually get done here. I'm gonna go take a walk. When he gets up and goes to leave.
Okay.
I
Right
never
doesn't
see
right doesn't
Adam
stop
like
him.
that.
What was
What'd you
that,
say?
Maggie?
Grumman says to Rye, I never see Otto like that before.
Maybe you should go after him. You did a pretty good job with me. And she like punches him in the shoulder.
He doesn't budge at all. You punch him, but nothing happens. It's just like.
Rye's hand hurts a little.
It's more of a buddy tap, but then she's like, ah. Yeah.
You sure you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I can find you later then.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we do second dinner.
Okay. Right just like nods and smiles.
Grumman gets up and follows Otto.
Otto is he didn't get far. He ended up finding like a little bridge, I suppose, maybe like going over a little creek or something like that. Nothing huge, but he found somewhere to go and ponder. He's just standing there, staring out, 1,000-yard stare.
After Grumman leaves the tavern, you see like right over her shoulder, like motion to her familiar guy. I forgot what his name was.
Yeah, Axel the Slayer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And she like calls Axel over and she like nods to the door and she's like, keep an eye on him for me. And he like nods and like slinks out.
Yeah.
Okay. And Axel,
Any rules against that?
I mean, rolls like what? To notice?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can totally notice the shadow move from Rye to a shadow. But once that shadow is in a shadow, that shadow is a shadow, and you don't notice nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, can you see somebody that's behind full cover? No. Maybe you can hear them, but shadows don't make sound. So you could notice point A to point B, but then it's invisible and it's soundless.
Okay.
So so you send Axel the Slayer to watch things, and it immediately does so and obediently so. As I'd said, this works kind of like a familiar for you. Are you familiar with the rules of familiar? Oh man, it's level all over again.
You can autopilot, dude. I'm good.
No problem. Well, just so you know, you can actually, depending on like what range you are from it, see through its eyes and hear through its ears
Cool.
and whatnot, which is pretty cool. So
Cool.
but that's just all first level spell. Yeah. So moving on, so you leave him to listen. But go ahead, guys.
So Grumman approaches, I imagine.
Am I approaching him while he's throwing stuff in there?
Mhm.
All right. Grumman kind of like goes and like stands over the edge of the
Morality.
bridge and just kind of like looks down into the water and like stands next to him. Well, I guess he kind of like kneels down and like looks over into the water across over the bridge.
Still taller than.
Still significantly taller than Otto, right? I don't say anything. I just sort of sit there contemplating. I know he's there at this point.
Grumman like looks into the water and then looks over at him and he's like, he lets a little bit of time pass, so they're sitting there in silence, and then after a while he's just like, so, you know, I just want to help. She just don't want to see anyone hurt.
Otto nods. Neither do I.
Me neither. But maybe Thonk have good reason. I don't understand reason still, though.
Yeah, me neither. Do you trust him?
Thonk?
Yeah.
Grumman like thinks about it for a little bit. And he's like, sometimes I think I trust him.
Me too. So why can't we trust him with this?
Trying
many
to think of like the situations that Grumman has been in
Mm-hmm.
and like what would make him feel that way.
He's always wanted the best for us, right? Sort of lets that one hang.
And thinks about it more.
Thonk's done a lot,
Thonk.
but
Thug leans in. He's like, yes, I do. I do all the things.
well, actually, like it's interesting just because like Thonk has done stuff at the party, but he just doesn't do it. He's done it behind their backs, kind of thing. So they don't.
Listen, Mike, shut up.
They don't know. I'm saying the
Okay?
characters wouldn't know.
Terrible things. You do all the bad
Yes,
things.
I do
every
do
time.
most of the bad things.
Yes,
That is correct.
yes,
100%.
yes. All that when that gold got doubled, that wasn't you. Okay, so stop taking credit for it. You guys, please continue with the RP. Stupid
Grumman
mess.
kind of thinks a little bit more, and I think the most notable time for him that he didn't feel safe with Thonk was actually when he was on the brink of death, and Grumman has never been at that point before. So Grumman kind of is reflecting on that, and he's like, well, you remember when we in Shadow Place and a creature with many, many arms?
Yes, yes.
I think I almost died. And I thought Thunk would help me earlier. Maybe that's why I don't trust him.
Well, you're still here at least.
But then he helped me. I don't know. And he like looks down and he like picks up a pebble and like throws it across the water.
Mm-hmm. I let like another minute of silence go by before I chime up again. Our friend, the one at the bar, he told me I was one of the best he'd ever seen. He told me to go to Silvery Moon.
Ooh, that sounds like a nice place.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I want to go there. You are good. You are one of the best. I mean, I never heard no one play like you before. I mean, you make me cry. But like good cry. Like a happy cry, but kind of sad.
Otto smiles and nods. I need to see the worst of the world, to tell of it. And I need to see it firsthand. He's got a little bit of a different look in his eyes now.
Yeah, Grumman's a little freaked out by that comment.
In order to become the best, I have to see the world at its worst. He's just sort of processing that.
Is that why you want to see people die?
I don't want to see people die.
come with me. And Grauman's going to kind of guide him like into the forest and tell him keep walking west. And he goes into a trance. He pulls out a bird in his hand and he eats it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a vulture that he's following. And he wants Otto to see the vulture eating like a dead creature. Well, a creature getting killed by another creature and then the vulture coming and cleaning up the corpse. That's basically what he wants to show him.
Okay.
So, do you want him to see this like from the like Otto actually watching this creature while Grauman's in the trance, so it's like nearby?
Yeah.
You're saying? Okay, gotcha. Cool. Go ahead.
Mhm.
You see.
So
exactly
I wander out into the woods, take his heed, and I witness.
Basically what happens is you see like this wolf come and like a pack of wolves surround this deer, this elk. And the elk is just beautiful, but it's a young like baby elk, and it's just kind of lost and it can't find its mom, and these wolves surround it and just like start tearing it to pieces. And then until it's dead and they eat it. And Bambi. And then once they get their full fill, this group of vultures come in and they surround it and they start cleaning up the scraps.
Mm-hmm. Otto watches, and he empathizes immediately with the creature, even before the wolves show up, and kind of you see on his face the expected emotions as this all goes by. And by the time the vulture is picking the remains off of the deer, I think Otto sort of realizes what Grauman has at least made an attempt to do for him here. And he just, it's almost sobering to him, but he's also like a little happy about it, because it's Grauman like attempting to lift the pressure of having to witness the deaths of thousands of innocents by showing him a deer being eaten by wolves. So
It's like so terrible.
he's like trying to take it in, but is also just sort of he still can't come to terms with the pressing reality of the situation that will be, approaching us soon. So while he appreciates the gesture for what it's worth, he does return to Grauman with still a bit of a somber look on his face. He looks up at him. I don't know what to do.
Grauman comes back and he's like, me neither. But they're
Camera wide on both. Grauman towering over Otto looking at the ground. Fade to black. Am I allowed to do camera direction?
I don't know. Mathis, is that okay? You're running production over there.
Yeah, but you're the DM, so it's up to you.
The last
no.
thing you
Hey,
see,
Sam, you're back. Can he?
the last thing you see is as it fades to black, there's like Grauman's shadow and it blinks. And then it goes fully black.
I like that. I like
And
that
then
a
in the
lot.
blackness,
Oh,
you
I
guys
really
start to
like
hear
that,
like
the
My
shadow
Chemical
part.
Romance picking up quiet in the background and getting louder and louder.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
camera fades to like dark and dull grays, and you see Thunk there looming over. It's
Jesus Christ, I don't think he breathes like that.
No, I don't think he does either.
No, he had that jog on his way over to Talik, and he was like, Talik,
It's more like
I'm
his
here for
asthma
good
voice.
reasons. What was that, Maggie?
It's more like he has asthma.
Yeah.
You're making him sound much more orc-like.
Oh, jeez. All right.
That
Wow.
got deep, man.
Yes. Bringing back of Rye has not allowed the story come to full fruition yet.
I just
But there's
made it
no
fucking confusing as hell now.
No. It added so many angles to it. It's funny because now next week it's going to happen. Like this week it didn't, which is fine. Next week it's definitely going to happen. It's just not going to play out the way that Thunk wanted it to. Drop the mic. Okay, I'm excited. Yeah, cool.
Welcome back, Sam. I hope you were happy to come back.
Yeah. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you fucking took all the past like however many weeks it's been and just threw them in the goddamn blender and said, "Drink this, you asshole." Like it was.
No,
it was great.
All Mathis has been doing is planning this like every single week, and then Otto's been like hanging out with me, getting drunk and playing games and making tons of money, like shit tons of money, and getting really good at playing music.
Yeah.
And then
I really do like that, despite the fact that that is basically what we've been doing, it did actually, end up becoming part of my narrative there. That was pretty cool, Scott.
Yep.
The fact that the day
that
it
was
was like,
cool.
your heart is darker than it used to be.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then the fact that you didn't bring that one part up when you were on the bridge. Like you mentioned everything else the day he said, but then like left that bit out.
yeah,
And I was like, some bitch. That some bitch.
Thunk's got his claws so deep into him right now.
Yeah.
and I don't think Gromman helped either, because like everyone's like, but Gromman has no wisdom and no like this is Gromman's idea of thinking that he can help Otto.
Yep.
You
You know what, Maggie? I feel the same exact way every time I play low wisdom characters. It's like people are like, "Why aren't you?" It's like, it's RP, man. I'm playing the character. The character's a
But my character's
fucking idiot.
also, like,
You got to do that.
He's in tune with nature, and like
Yeah.
birds are kind of his thing.
Yeah.
So like, I really want to play up on that, and I don't have a fucking bird, so this is the best I can do. Okay.
No, this is great. It's brilliant. I mean,
GM gods will bring me my bird back.
maybe they will. Maybe after Thonk's story's done. Maybe then. We're gonna blame it on Mathis for not having finished this by now. So
Thunk's gonna have to fight for this story. I'm telling you right now. Like, give it to you.
I tied it in with my bird though. The vulture thing.
All that planning in the trash was worth it for that last 15-20 minutes with Rai, Gromman, and Otto, though. I will take that good storytelling and character development over meticulous planning any day. That's what D&D's about, man. That's what D&D's all about.
Good news for you, Sam. Obviously, one of the things that you want to do is head back to the west, up to like say through that chasm that you guys were at beforehand, over to like the western edges of Lurkwood, because that's where that portal was that needs to bring you where you need to go, like that whole bit that we just talked about at the beginning. So that is all where you need to go. Luckily for you, if you stay on the main go-to and then stay on the main road, heading back west is what I just said. Literally the last city on that road before you need to turn away from it is Silvery Moon. So it's actually super convenient that where it is that Otto wants to go, assuming we can actually finish Thunk's plot, is directly on the path to exactly where it is that you're looking to go next. So just that you're aware. Other than that, wow, it was so nice having the dynamic of all four of you back. Gromman's still waiting. Gromman got tricked.
I'm waiting
Gromman got
for
had.
the golden cup. As soon as it gets shown, he's gonna remember. Or what was it? Chalice, the golden chalice.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to be exciting. So, all right. I think that's it. We done? Yeah?
Yeah. I think we're good for the day.
So before we go to the typical ending, I just would like to bring up that 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday, 2 days from now, we will be going live with our character creation, Lost Initiative character creation for our new Thursday show. Our new Thursday show, which cast is starring, you'll find out later. But we will be doing character gen on there, which is super exciting. Get to see what we're playing.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'll be DMing, so that'll be super exciting.
No, you're not. You'll
Yeah.
be STing.
I'll be STing.
STing. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Your
Sorry, I'll be storytelling. I'll be doing, whatever it is I need to do. But
you master no dungeons, buddy.
That's damn true.
No chains, no whips.
I mean, in this game there can be.
God, yes, there can be. Oh, there can be so many chains and whips. Oh man.
Well, I'm very curious what you're doing.
We've already said what game we're playing. We're playing Vampire the Requiem.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
First out of the two editions for
Doesn't really matter. But Yeah, fuck, it was good to have all four of us back, and it was fun to have that dynamic again. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. I'm very, very excited, and I'm genuinely pleased with how this session ended. As much as Thonk, the character, is probably like in a fucking tizzy, I, as a player, like this is the good shit. So I appreciate it. But we'll go around the room, let people know what's going on this week for whoever, and where people can find you. Starting with Sam, welcome back, and
Yo.
what do you got going on, man?
I'm finally back from cons for the rest of the year, so I'm just going to be streaming games over at twitch.tv/stripping. We start mostly new PST. Come hang out.
Sweet.
Good,
Bear?
good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, man. Bear.
Group dynamic was awesome today, man.
It
Missed
was great.
Hey, I'm Bear Taffy. I am on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter, BAER Taffy. I play a bunch of games, finishing up a Darkest Dungeon Crimson Court campaign that we've been working on for a while here. And we, of course, do Roundtable Podcast every Friday, twitch.tv/Roundtable Podcast. It's fun.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. Maggie, what's up? What you got going on?
I am finally back from like a 2-month hiatus, which has been madness. Oh my gosh. So I am going to start slow, and I will be streaming on Wednesdays, new games every Wednesday, and then on Saturday I will be doing an art stream or crafting of some sort, might be cosplay related, because I still need to make my BlizzCon cosplay, and I'm getting short on time now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's over at twitch.tv/Margaret Crone, and you can find me in all the places at Margaret Crone. Vlogs are coming back next Monday, and hopefully I can keep up with that. And then I'll be here on Tuesday and maybe on Thursdays. Maybe.
You may or may not be playing on Thursdays. You're playing on Thursdays because you're just
Damn it! You totally leaked it.
I know, right?
Nobody would ever have guessed that Margaret was with us.
Our other guests will be pretty awesome. So.
Yeah. I'm excited for that too. Scott, what you got going on this week, my man?
Well, you can find me everywhere except for Twitch at Derek. On Twitch, it's Derek Master. And what do I have going on? Oh, I'll have you know. Tuesday and Thursday nights, Lost Initiative, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live with our Dungeons & Dragons and our Vampire the Masquerade game. On Wednesday, starting next week, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, I'll be playing a Mass Effect tabletop game. That's right. I will be GMing a Mass Effect tabletop game.
Your wet
Over there,
dream.
just super excited. It is my wet dream. Technically, next week we're doing character gen, and the week after that we go live, whatever. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, also on Wednesdays, I'll be PCing in a different game with my buddy Ollie. That's at Alleron's. And then there's on Fridays, I am Roll For It at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and then go live again at 9 p.m. Eastern Time over on Derek Master, where those are both, but one Stars Up numbers, one's Dungeons & Dragons. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games? Because I need more.
That's what you
I
need.
need more. It's tabletops, man. It's
That's
my
your
craft.
thing. I know.
It's my heroin.
I hear you.
It's my blood. That's that.
I understand that.
And
this was like so good.
oh, it felt
Oh,
really,
God,
really good.
It was so good. Oh my God, it was so. I love the fact that we've been working so hard to bring this plot up to this moment, this apex where it's like about to finally come to fruition, and then Rye's like, fuck that, and then toss a fireball at it, and now it's just burning, simmering ashes falling to the ground.
There's gonna have to be some really interesting choices made on Thonks and next week as to what he's gonna do. So.
Oh God, are we gonna have PC death? Are we gonna have a PC kill another PC?
Oh God, I
Oh,
hope
man.
not. No, that's not what I was going
Oh.
for. I was
Yeah,
not saying I
wow.
was gonna fight fucking Rye.
I'm just saying.
No, that's not what I was saying.
Oh my
Listen,
God.
I hear chomping at the bit all the time. Why has nobody died on Edge of Morality yet? Why has nobody died on Edge of Morality yet? Why has the? Well, you know what?
If there's anybody that's gonna die in Edge of Morality, it would be Thonk. It would.
Unless Thon killed somebody else, walks up to Rye, does like a level 3 touch of awful,
Oh, yeah.
and then Rye just happens to fail the saving throw, and
Yeah, dude. I could die in one hit, technically.
Yeah, well,
I only got 36 hit points, bro.
I have the exact same number
Or
of
you
hit
can
points,
knock
so.
me back with that crazy thing you have, that shield thing that you have.
Or like we could just not fight each other because that's not what I was thinking. So, as for myself, I'm Mathis Games on everything finally, even on Twitch. On Twitch, I've been playing through Fallout New Vegas, pretty decently modded this time around. It's been a lot of fun. You can find me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. and youtube.com/JudgeMathisGames, where I do bi-weekly videos over there. Comedy review nonsense. I just did like my top 5 Spider-Man video games of all time. That was a fun video to make because Spider-Man Homecoming was a fucking amazing movie. And holy shit, I would watch that movie like 5 more times. It was.
Oh man, I need to watch it.
It is the first movie, in my opinion, that did Spider-Man like correctly. Like he was the perfect Peter Parker, and he was the perfect Spider-Man. It was so good.
And they chose a nobody for the villain too, which is like no origin story. Yeah, Ben's dead. Nobody cares. We don't have to see the Hobgoblin or the Green Goblin or
They just picked the
Sandman
Vulture.
They just chose a shit side villain and said, okay, let's.
Not only
Spider-Man
that
be
though,
the
but
star
like he
here.
was probably the most relatable, like actually fleshed out villain in any Marvel movie ever. Period. Most Marvel movie. Yeah. Oh,
I haven't seen it yet.
I know. You gotta go watch it.
I'm just telling you. Okay,
He was you could relate with him and understand where he was coming from, which is
He was a regular guy, basically.
yeah, he was just a regular guy, but there's a lot of depth there that you just got to see the movie. All right, that's going to be it for us, guys. We'll be back next Tuesday for week 30 of Lost Initiative Edge of Morality. Thank you guys for coming back. It's good to have us all back. I know. I'm excited. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Toodle.